When people hear the word deportation, the first thing that comes to mind is failure, shame, or the end of the road. But the real question many are afraid to ask is this: if you are deported, is it the end of your journey globally? Does it mean that person is not gonna travel again? Let me tell you a story. I met a young man, let's call him Daniel. Daniel left his home country with big dreams, like many others. At first, everything looked promising, wonderful, but slowly things began to fall apart for Daniel. His documents were not in order. Even the jobs they promised him didn't exist. He started struggling to survive, moving from one place to another, doing small jobs to feed himself, just to put body and soul together. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, and it was still the same thing for Daniel. Then one day it happened. Immigration officers showed up in his apartment. No warning, no second chance. Within days, Daniel found himself in a flight back home, not by choice, but by force. He had been deported. When Daniel arrived home, reality hit him harder than deportation itself. The shame, the questions, the silence from people who once admired his courage. Nobody likes to associate with failure. But the biggest fear in his heart was this: will I ever be able to travel again? Now, here is the truth many people don't tell you. Deportation does not automatically mean a lifetime ban, but it comes with consequences. And those consequences depend on why you were deported in the first instance. Let's break it down. If someone is deported because of immigration violations, like overstaying a visa, working illegally, or entering a country without proper documents, many countries will place a ban. That ban could be a few years, or sometimes longer in some cases. It's not even permanent, but it will definitely affect future visa applications. Why? Because once you apply to another country, they will ask, have you ever been deported? And if you lie, it gets worse. Countries share information, so honesty becomes your first step towards recovery. Now, back to Daniel. After months of staying at home, he decided to try again, but this time differently. Daniel started asking questions. He had to find out about visa rules, the do's and don'ts. He spoke to people who had real life experiences. And most importantly, he took responsibility for his mistakes. A year later, Daniel applied to another country. This time, he was honest about his deportation. He explained what happened. He showed proof that he had changed. Better documents, a clear purpose, and solid plan. Was it easy? No. Was he rejected? Yes. But he didn't stop. Eventually, he got approved. And that is the lesson. Being deported can slow you down, but it doesn't always stop you. What matters is why you were deported and how you handled it and whether you learned from it. Let's be real for a moment. Traveling abroad is not a magic. It is not a guaranteed success story. And cutting corners can cost you more than you think. Deportation is not just about being sent back. It affects your travel history. credibility, and future opportunities. So, if you are planning to travel or already abroad, take this seriously. Do things the right way. Ask questions, understand the laws, and don't just assume it will work out. If you had been deported, listen carefully. Your life is not over. Your journey is not finished. But you must be smarter this time. Be more prepared, be more honest. Honesty is a virtue you must imbibe. And of course, you have to be more intentional in whatever you do. Daniel's story did not end with deportation. It started a new chapter in his life. And I know it also starts a new chapter in your life. I urge you to like, to comment, to share, to subscribe. I'm sure you must have learned something from this video. I bring to you experiences, traveling experiences that will make your life better wherever you are across the globe. Thank you for watching.